Alrighty then, folks. Hello then. Welcome back to some more Gundam. New Gundam Breaker. I was about to say Gundam Breaker next, but that's the next one, most likely. Because they really like doing that, and I don't know why. Just super confusing. So I had honestly forgot that this was a thing, but if you click circle when you're in the stage select mode, you go to this mode, which really think should just be the default menu, and then you go to like single mode for that. But it is what it is. Anyway, so we're gonna do a quick change real quick. We're not gonna change the color because I don't want to invest much time into the Gundam. Because let's be real here, I don't plan on using it. Oh, that's how you load Gunpla. Okay, it's a lot easier in the previous game. In the last one, like, you had to use this danger system where if you hit square, it would just save it with no confirmation, and then triangle would just load. Could screw up your day if you're not careful, but yeah. We're gonna do one change. We're gonna give the Zaku Bazooka, just because I find that's more my thing. Like, it's half as much damage, but it's a bazooka. And I pretty much rapid fire with those things. And we can go GPO 1 arms for the fun of it. Yeah, nothing else we can get is really useful. We could equip V-part or build parts if we wanted, like a new V-fin. Where am I equipping it to right now? Oh wait, how was it? It was something weird you had to do, like yeah, if you hit down the analog stick, it does like weird things, but like, was it you equipped it and then you changed it? Oh wait, no, that's not it. There was some weird way where like, oh, I remember. No, it wasn't directional pad, or was it? Yeah, it was directional pad is how you do it. Like if you want to change where it's located, we could have double V-fins if we wanted. Or we could have it randomly over our cockpit for some reason. We don't want anything like that because they're all entirely cosmetic and I don't want to spend much time on the Gundam. Yeah, so we have a Zaku Bazooka now. So the Gundam, at least in the novel, actually did use a Zaku Bazooka at one point because Amuro was kind of pissed off that they had bazookas and which were good at taking out ships, and all he had was the beam rifle, even though the beam rifle being way more dangerous than that. But he ends up throwing the beam rifle at, I forget who. It's one of Char's nameless allies who you only see in the books. And then he grabs the Zaku Bazooka and uses that on Manuel. I believe he actually kills Lala with it at one point. Yeah. But yeah, we have a Zaku Bazooka if we wanted. The Federation did actually employ some Zaku weaponry on the early GMs anyway, when they didn't have either the ammunition or the production power to make them for certain mobile suits. But with Origins, that's basically been retconned, which is kind of disappointing. Or at least in the original Gundam, at least in the original canon, Zeon used a bunch of Federation equipment, even using some captured GMs around the end of the war. In the new canon, though, the 90mm machine gun that the Zaku uses actually uses Federation anti-air cannon ammunition, which is why they were using so much of it, because they captured like shitloads of it at Loom and those other battles. But they retconned out the other cool stuff like the Dragonel GM. Basically, it was a captured GM, like prisoner of war GM or something in German, and it was like a captured GM that they painted Zaku colors and gave either a Gelgoog shield to, or even at one point a Gelgoog beam rifle, which is really cool. Yeah, so in this one we have our first 3x3 battle. I believe Yui gets pulls us into something because she's kind of pissed off at some random dude for being a dick, and then us and the Taicho have to go hang out about it, or the class rep, whatever she is. Yeah, let's do it. Hopefully we can score some like effort parts or something so we can get Nefrit. Should be kind of cool. I think the main bad guy has effort legs. So this is the first, I'm pretty sure this is the first point of the dating mechanic because it's the only real decision we had. Unless that Gundam X thing from the last episode mattered at all, which it shouldn't, because there's only one choice. But This is either we give her points or we go do a different story thing, which would give us a different chance to have something happen. I'm assuming, though, if we hit I'm kind of busy, that she'll, like, go away, and then we'll have our own tour, and we'll, like, meet up with Yui or something. Or even the teacher, maybe. But, since I don't really give a shit about either of these characters, we're just gonna say sure, why not? Snap decisions took me 30 seconds to decide, yeah, okay. This is as far as we got in the demo, or at least the stage after this. So I don't know if there's like a full move around thing yet or not. I clicked through that on accident, my bad. I'm really hoping they at least introduce the heroines really early, so I don't have to choose someone and then halfway through the game go, oh, there's this other character I like more. Well, fuck you, lady. And I'm assuming lady because I don't think there'll be any dudes. No husbandos in this one. Which would be very disappointing if that's the case, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure Bandai's that cool. Oh, so we have to get permission from the student council to use those. Even, you know, if the teacher wants to. I understand needing faculty approval, but the student council? Whatever. And this is the oh no, this is the auditorium. I was about to say, this is the Gunpla gym. So, so I'm assuming the sports club are the Gunpla sports club, where like you use your Gunpla to like kick a soccer ball through a goal or something. If that is a thing, that would be awesome. Even more, Gunpla Blitzball would make me so happy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so either the leader of the student council is romanceable or his assistant. I'm saying his because it'll be a guy if they're not romanceable. Because they wouldn't introduce a character that you couldn't romance for. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't introduce a character that you couldn't romance. That'd be ridiculous. That would involve, you know, making art assets and writing a character you don't get anything out of. That being said, I'm pretty sure the teacher's a choice as well. And this is our MS-08 reference, even though that is clearly not the GM's cockpit, or the Grand Gundams. Okay, and it should be Fetty only, Zeke only, diorama makers, scratch builders. Actually, those last two were okay. So this will be the club that gets everyone together as a pretense to why we actually talk to them? Gotcha. There's like 5 places, that wasn't very big. So, as I said in the demo, this is our antagonist who's going to become our friend after, I'm saying 3 chapters. I don't know if they do chapters in this, like, maybe 3 months. However, because I know it's the September 1st thing. Or January 9th thing, I'm not quite sure. I think it was September, though. Well, you have a bunch of people standing around, you know, you can ask them who had got knocked off from. This kid's number 3 or number 2?
はあくっそ雑魚じゃねえかラプラスの盾の正吾様なめんなよそういえば正吾さん今ランキング何位なんすか うっせえ、てめえらより全然上だっつう
Oh,
の。
okay. Never mind. He's probably like 506 or something.
左遷した。じゃあこのパーツは俺が生徒会に届けておくぜ。
あの調子に乗ってるバカは森田翔吾、3年です。
I honestly don't know how to tell if they're second or third year because their uniforms are exactly the same.
生徒会参加のチームラプラスの盾のメンバーです。ガンプラの実力は大したことないんですけど、ああやって群れるからみんな文句が言えなくて。ちょっと待って、気持ちはわかるけど生徒会関係者に手を出したらこの学園じゃ。
So I made that decision kind of quick, and I meant to talk about it, but I just didn't pay attention. Basically, the top one is for U points, the bottom one is for Iori points. And I really don't care about her.
やめなさい。無理やり奪ったパーツであなたは胸を張って戦えるの？ユイ先輩。
なんだてめえユイ、調子に乗ってんじゃねえぞこれ。
そのセリフそっくりそのままヤタの鏡でお返しするわ。
That's the world serpent, or the 8-headed serpent thing, right?
暁ガンダムの反射走行ですね。美しい。
And the Akatsuki Gundam was from Gundam Destiny. It's really denied, or is originally designed for Kira's sister Kigali, because, you know, she has reasons to pilot a mobile suit as the leader of Orb. But it would eventually get taken over by Neo Randonok, who is secretly that one character who should be dead but is actually alive because screw a good plot point in Seed. But anyway, he eventually uses it in the final battle, and I believe it loses an arm and a leg like the Hakoshiki did in Zeta, but I'm not sure. It had the ability to absorb beams and power up its beam rifle, or charge its armor. I forget which one. Probably both, actually.
あなたチームのリーダーでもないのに自分で言ってて悲しくならないの？とにかく。
ジョトラ、そこまで言うなら俺らと勝負だ。ちょうどすぐそこにバトルルームがあるしな。
I think we need approval from the student council. Then again, you're backed by them, so. He wants her to be his girlfriend. Or that. I'm very curious to see if we lose if she has to do it. Alright, I'm gonna be honest here, I didn't know there were different forms of Super Fumina. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, that guy has like 90 different bear guy versions. G-Cube rules? Explanation, please? Ah.
つまり誰か他におめえのチームメイトが必要ってこった。もちろん今すぐだぜ。俺は気が短いからよ。あい
つ汚すぎる。ユイ先輩に味方がいないことを知ってて。
Well, yeah, of course we're gonna help her. To be fair, I was about to say he's the kind of guy who I'd actually beat up.
相手は生徒会関係者だって。行くのね。分かったわ。私も覚悟を決める。ユイ先輩、私たちが参加します。え？あなたたち？
け、そんな即席チームで俺らに勝てっかよ。
Well, yeah, you know, pubbing it, why not?
生徒会参加の実力派チームラプラスの盾森田翔吾との因縁のバトル。この声はまさか。そうです、私が放送部部長の釈野凛子です。バトルあるところに凛子あり。この場は私が実況を務めさせていただきます。
I really don't think she would be one of the romanceable targets, but she might be like a hidden character or something. Just because she sounds like you know, furniture. She plays the hush role of just being there when you need her.
俺らがこいつらをぶっ倒すところしっかりと放送しやがれ。
言われなくともバッチリ動画で全校に配信いたします。さあそれでは白熱のガンプラバトルにレディーゴー。
I really hoped if they did a dub of this, they would get the announcer dude from G Gundam. That dude was amazing. I'm hoping this means later that we can like actually switch our allies out or like choose what mobile suits they have. Better in the previous game than, you know, after you've beaten the mission you can tell Misa to fuck off. Which, well, that was nice. Not very useful. Also, I absolutely adore that there's pop-in on a pre-rendered cutscene. Then again, I think they have to render different models and stuff, which is why it does the pop-in. But it's like, when you're using the Gundam, there should just load the actual cutscene that's already in there. Because when you use a customized mobile suit, it's not as in-depth as that. Come on. I have an SSD in my system. The only problem is that, you know, this is a disc.
森田翔吾3年だ。てめえ、ラプラスの盾に歯向かったらただじゃおかねえからな。
So he has the Mine Layer backpack, the Desert Zaku head, the Jaeger arms, the Efrit legs, and then a Gyaradoga body. If I can, I really want that Gyaradoga body. Though I don't know how stats work out in this game.
そうでした。転入生で G キューブを知っているはずないですよね。本当はじっくり説明したいところだけど、時間もないし G キューブは3対3のチームに分かれて得点を競う。
Alright, so
この学園独自のバトルシステムなの。
it's a 3x3 objective, or we fight 3 people. We try to achieve objectives, and we do whatever the screen tells us to do. If we do more than they do, we win.
あと
5
定期的に
lives.
クエストが発生して先にクリアしたチームに
Oh, and we also get points if we kill them, which is how I'm gonna get most of my points. But that's just because the events are kind of stupid and the AI is even worse.
有利になるという話ではないの。敵の撃破、コンテナ破壊、隠れたレアな敵やコンテナを探すような。
These are some of the few battles that you can find the golden containers to, which I believe somebody said are guaranteed to have new equipment, but I'm not quite sure.
それから報酬のキープができる回収装置、キューブを使ったパーツ回収も重要ね。
So if you lose, you only get to keep 5. If you win, you can take as many as you saved. So we need to, at some point, try to save some. Also, I just noticed that the bazooka is badly clipping through the arm.
多くのパーツを入手したければ回収を行いつつ、そのあたりの状況判断は各自に任せるね。
I'm curious to see if there's a shop in this game. I didn't see an option for
なんと
that.
か頑張ってくれるかな。
But we do get money in.
敵を倒して奪って回収して、最終的にポイントが高いものが勝者。このバトルを制するには多彩な才能を発揮するニュータイプのごときひらめきと力が必要なのよ。そうね。この子急にキャラが変わったような。
Okay, I'm skipping.
全部八つにしてあげるわ。
That analogy, though?
今戦いの火蓋が切られました。実況は私。
I like how they don't even give them names, they're just Student A and Student B. Hey, they're using Beam Force, though. So arms that fall on the ground, or parts that fall on the ground, keep the original coloring if you knock it off of somebody else. Yeah, I'm about to die. That's mostly just because I charged in and, you know, screw actually defending. Oh, come on. Yeah. fine. I just lost all the parts that I had. It doesn't really change much, really.
このクエストはチームブルーが持っている。
Mm-hmm.
レッドも負けていられません。前進だね。さあ、次のクエストも片付けちゃおう。プレイヤー4撃破されました。ターゲット確認。これより破壊するわ。プレイヤー5撃破されました。
I think we're actually supposed to destroy crates, right?
撃破されました。
Oh, she got that crate. Never mind.
面白いガチでやり合おうぜ
I'm assuming that's a perfect grade Gundam somewhere over there. Or it's just a normal Gundam.
しておきたいですね。始まったわね。さあ、行きましょう。
Oh, I just saw that there's actually an objectives list on the side. Good to know.
このクエストはチームブルーが持っていった。
Okay, I'm assuming it was a normal Gundam.
負けていられません。
I'm trying to target this here crate, but I keep charging at the enemy. Okay, after this one, I'll check if there's a way to change targeting, or to like not target anyone. 'Cause I really need that.
ポイント獲得です。
Well, you know, if I could target the container, it'd be nice, but it doesn't appear to be the case.
よくわかんねえけどポイントゲットだぜ
Ooh, I actually got the Gyaradoga box? Fuck yeah.
さあ、どちらのチームが先に討伐することができるのか。始まったわね。さあ、行きましょう。
And a high mobility Gelgoog arm. So this is the Johnny Ridden Gelgoog arm. Johnny Ridden's Gelgoog was one of the YMS 14 Gelgoogs produced near the end of the war. His was one of the ones specifically built at Solomon. But Solomon was recaptured by the Federation, I believe, after 15 were created. And so the fact that Johnny Ridden has one of the early ones was kind of a big deciding factor. It would eventually be destroyed about at a Boku, where he would then switch over to the full bullet Zaku. And then after he switches over to the full bullet Zaku, we're not quite sure what happens to him, but eventually he shows up in 0092. And that's where the Johnny Ridden manga comes about. I don't believe it's ended yet. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe it's ended yet, so I don't know if we know why or how we got there. And I'm not quite sure where my arms are, but hey, we got a beam fork, which is always nice. And if you're wondering what the beam fork thing is about, it's a reference to Gundam Abridged. Okay, I don't know actually where my key part is. Oh, there it is. I just actually have to re-equip them.
チームブルーポイント獲得です。さあ、次のクエストもどんどん行きましょう。怯えなさい。仕組みなさい。ガンプラの性能を生かせるまま。
Oh, okay, that one's Shogo. I was about to say, how do we know which one's Shogo? Because I wasn't paying attention.
素晴らしい戦いでした。勝ったわ。完全勝利よ。
Oh, I got a cracker. That's cool. We can't use it though, so it doesn't matter. I'll go back later and S all of these. I doubt we'll get anything very useful. But I want to keep all of them because I don't think we have any of those parts. Yeah, sure. But yeah, we get money and I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have so much money, apparently as an apology to the players, they gave us all 100,000 money for playing it. Along with that stability boost patch,
ふざ
but
けんなこんなの認めねえ
from what I'm told, that allows you to buy one part. So it's not very good.
認められないのはあなたの弱い心。勝負がついた。私たち約束よ。パーツを返して。
きいるかこんなもんほらよ
I'm assuming it was the arms, because that would be the only one that makes sense. Even though we totally stole those.
ラプラスの盾に生徒会に歯向かってこのままで済むと思ってんじゃねえぞあおいお前ら撤退だ
Remember we heard that he's not actually the commander, or the leader of it, so either he's spouting nonsense at us, or the boss is going to take it personal and then target us. So I'm assuming there's going to be some implied bullying going on eventually. But, I don't really care, so...
危なかったありがとうね君と高麗より2年です好きなガンダムは第 08MS 招待や 0083
At least I agree with her on some things.
サンダーボルトなどが好みです
Stardust memory is really good. Thunderbolt is interesting, I'm not a big fan of the stuff after the 1 year war.
バトル中はなんていうか
Because the artist definitely went for, it looks cool, it doesn't really matter what's going on. Though the look into non-Federation politics is really cool. I just wish, you know, it actually mattered.
実はユイ先輩私先輩のことずっと応援してました
Actually, it's animated now, so it's technically canon. That's cool. So if you don't know the
そうだ
original
ったんだ
artist for Thunderbolt, I believe the actual artist changed very recently, had said that his world is slightly different from the standard world, and a lot of Americans and non-Japanese speakers who read that translation assumed he meant that it was an alternate world, so it was a different timeline than the normal you see. But basically what he was saying is that his version of things don't exactly follow what happened in canon, but that was mostly because he was too lazy to look it up.
君も巻き込んじゃってごめんねいきなりでわけがわからないよね
You know, those were sort of his words.
その辺のこと一度きちんと説明しないとねここはちょっと人が集まっちゃったから場所を変えようか
Well, anyway, folks, that was that. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. I think we're gonna go change a couple of things real quick. I might do a color, or might change some of the colors a little bit. Oh, I didn't go, GPO1 arms. That's poopy. I thought I did. If these were better at stats, I would definitely go get them, but I think I'm gonna go... No, I think I'll keep the gun armor, or the Gundam arms, just because Burst Breaker. Not quite sure what that is. I kind of want this, but it looks kind of ridiculous, so I think I'm gonna just avoid it. So the game doesn't really explain it, but you have inner frame abilities. You got these near the end of Gundam Breaker 3, and at that point they're basically worthless because you've already built everything you needed and had what you wanted to do with the character already thought out. But yeah, so like this one is if you want to knock some parts off, but you know, you don't want to, or you don't have very high defense yourself. This is if you want to try to use the gun mechanics. The gun mechanics aren't very good though, so I tend to avoid those. Oh, and this is more of a skill roll, though I don't really like how the EX skills work out, so I'll probably never use that one, though I do appreciate the enchanter name. And this is more of a support unit. That's cool. I'm actually going to keep the balanced frame, though I do like the striker. For now, I think I'm going to keep the balance just because. Plus, I like the extra thrust capacity. I really need to start using these. I kind of ignore them. In the old game, I used to use them all the time, but yeah. And range DX damage up. I don't care about that. Higher enhancement particle EXP gain. I guess I do care about range damage enhancement. We could also go beam fork if we wanted. This would be the twin beam spear from the GM2 Striker. This was originally designed for the GM Striker, which was a heavy armor, fast attack mobile suit developed by the Federation for the conflict in Africa, following the 1-year war. Eventually, it would be adapted into the GM2 and GM3 strikers, which both used a similar setup. Basically, it's just a stick with a small battery in it that powers 2 beam sabers. Not very useful, in my opinion, anyway, but it's there. And this one apparently does come from Unicorn. So I assume the Striker 2 is in this, which it does do more damage and does a ton of break. Holy crap. I prefer the quick attack of the beam saber, though, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna go redo that. Wait, wanna equip these. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go redo that one stage and go get an S rank, just because, you know, I was so close to actually getting the S rank. But I won't record that. So if you enjoyed the episode, you should like. If you didn't, you should dislike. We'll be back for more soon. Good night, folks.